what kind of stuff does he expect to get from the fan base?
I think Dallas loves me. I think they're going to give me a good round of applause, and there's no hard feelings there, at least for me. And I think it's going to be, like I said, it's going to be a great atmosphere. I think this is some of the best football you're going to get in Dallas when it's Sunday night against a rivalry opponent.
Have you talked to any of the guys from Dallas at all since you've been gone? Or maybe
Yeah. I still talk to Trey. Me and Trey tap in at least once a week. I talked to CD recently just on his injury and keeping his spirit. So I told him it was like a freaky way because I got hurt week 3 last year on a high ankle sprain too. So I'm just praying for him and hoping he comes back soon because I told him, I said, the standard. At least need 1,000 yards regardless of how many weeks you are. The standard's the standard. So we both talk about that. That's my brother. And obviously the D linemen. I talk to them quite a bit. Those just being my guys, and so I still have my relationship ties there.
Micah, obviously it's a big week for you. Going to be an emotional week for you. How do you channel that? How do you, when you go out there, make sure that you're taking care of what you got to take care of?
For me, I accepted my fate weeks ago when the trade happened. So for me, it's just all about playing another game and just doing what I do best, and that's just be a disruptive football player. I think the media and the fans are trying to blow it up to be such a big thing, but I just look at it just another game at 18.
In football, some choices never die. Some mistakes last longer than trophies. And tonight, we're staring at the move that could haunt Dallas Cowboys owner Jerry Jones for life. Trading Micah Parsons, the heart of the defense. The nightmare of quarterbacks. Shipped off to Green Bay, Jones called it business. But after 3 weeks of defensive collapse, after Caleb Williams sliced his defense like a surgeon, Jones is now whispering words Cowboys fans never imagined. Maybe I screwed up. This isn't just a story, it's betrayal, ego, and regret. This is the Micah Parsons disaster. The Cowboys started the year with hype sky high. Dak Prescott looked sharp. The run game had bite. For a moment, an NFC championship dream felt real. But then the defense, once the pride of Dallas, once the unit that haunted offensive coordinators, fell apart. Week 2, the Giants ripped them for 7 explosive plays. Dallas barely survived. Week 3 against Chicago, Caleb Williams stood untouched with over 3 seconds a throw. 4 touchdowns. 0 sacks. 7 pressures. The Cowboys weren't just beaten, they were humiliated. And the missing Micah Parsons screamed louder than stats ever could. 1 month earlier, Parsons was a Cowboy, the face of the franchise, the leader of a feared defense. But behind closed doors, contract talks got ugly. Jerry Jones, who loves his face-to-face hustle, bypassed agents, tried his old-school charm, and crashed into a wall. Parsons wanted respect and security. Jones wanted control and leverage. So in late August, with kickoff near, Jones stunned the league. He sent Parsons to Green Bay for 2 first-round picks. On paper, it looked like chess. Draft capital, cap space, the future. In reality, it was ripping the soul out of Dallas locker room. And now, with the defense bleeding out, regret is boiling over. After losing to Chicago, Jones faced reporters. His team was 1-2-2. His defense had coughed up 92 points in 3 weeks. He was out of excuses. Usually slick, Jones sounded broken. "I thought we came out ready," he muttered. but they just kept hitting us on the nose. It was disheartening. Then came the question every fan has been screaming since August. What about Micah Parsons? Jones paused. He talked picks. He talked patience. He pretended he wasn't panicking. But then he cracked. Well, of course, if we can't cover them, the only thing to do is rush them. And that's what we're missing. He never said Micah's name. He didn't have to. Everyone knew. This Sunday, the Cowboys host the Packers. And Parsons returns to a TNT stadium. Not as a hero, not as the face of Dallas, but as the villain. The Cowboys made it clear. No tribute video, no highlights, no welcome home. For Emmitt Smith, yes. For Ezekiel Elliott, yes. For Parsons. Jones coldly dismissed it. Not appropriate. Emmitt was different. Micah's had enough welcome. We just need to prepare. To fans, it was salt in the wound. Jones didn't just trade away a generational star. He refuses to honor him. Inside the locker room, players know the storm coming. Parsons isn't just another opponent. He's a weapon pointed back at Dallas. Parsons says it's just another game. He claims he accepted his fate. But behind those words is fire. He admitted it'll hurt to sack Dak Prescott, his mentor, his friend. But he's ready. He's coming. And he circled this date months ago. This isn't business. It's personal. Without Parsons, Dallas defense is a joke. Matt Eber's running zone with man corners. The pass rush is toothless. The secondary exposed. The numbers scream failure. 9.1 yards per pass allowed, worst in the league. 27th in sacks, 31st in EPA per pass. This isn't defense. It's embarrassment. And fans blame one man, Jerry Jones. Social media is ruthless. Jones traded away our dynasty for picks. Parsons is going to destroy us on prime time. Jerry ruined the season before it started. Even ex-players are blasting the deal, calling it one of the dumbest moves in Cowboys history. For Jones, this isn't just football. It's his legacy. He's always bragged about being the smartest in the room, the deal maker, the visionary. But chasing leverage, clashing over money, he underestimated Micah's value. Now, every blown coverage, every missed sack, every groan in a TNT stadium is proof this was his choice. And when Parsons lines up against Dak, when he crashes through the line and silences 80,000 fans, Jerry will watch his blunder unfold live. Dallas is 1-2-2. Packers up next. Then a brutal schedule. If the defense doesn't wake up, if those draft picks don't turn into miracles, the season's cooked. Jones says he's confident. Says this team is playoff ready. But confidence doesn't sack QBs. Confidence doesn't win rings. Micah Parsons did damned now. He wears green and gold. So here we are. Jerry's empire is cracking. His Parsons trade is already burning him alive. And as Sunday night looms, the world waits to see if Parsons delivers the knockout blow-proving Jerry The Cowboys and all of Dallas traded away their future. In football, one mistake can kill a season. Sometimes it kills a legacy. And for Jerry Jones, this may be the one. This is the story of Jerry Jones, Micah Parsons, and the trade that could live forever in Cowboys infamy.